Toby Perkins, a good morning in Harlow?
Oh, really great morning. We had a small business consultation with members of the Essex Chamber of Commerce and Susie Stride, who's the local parliamentary candidate, really just trying to speak to them about Labour's ideas to support small businesses and really get their feedback. And now meeting some creative small businesses in both the architecture and design fields here, and yeah, it's really interesting for us.
Any typical questions?
I think businesses are very concerned about access to finance. They feel that the level of support for people setting up a small business isn't what it should be. There's also a real sense in Harlow that some big businesses have left. It's left a big gap in terms of the local economy infrastructure, and that has a big impact on the whole economy. And not enough being done to replace those jobs that have been lost at places like Tesco, Pitney Bowes and Glasgow Smith Kline.
You mentioned Tesco's and Glaxo, etc. in Harlow. Do you think Labour could have dealt with this any differently?
I think that it's what's really important is that sometimes businesses go, but you've got a plan there to actually try and replace those jobs. So you've got, sometimes you replace them with a lot of small businesses, and you've got a real programme to support small business growth. And you also have a government that believes in intervention, and we've seen that with previously. People remember Jaguar were in trouble and Labour government intervened, and now Jaguar are one of the great success stories. So you do need a government that actually believes in working with business to save jobs locally. I don't know about the specific cases whether that would have worked, but broadly the sense that the government believes in supporting those businesses is really important.
One of the feedback from our sister paper in Thurrock, I think, with the Tiger scheme in Essex and Kent, etc., and £20 million worth on offer for loans, etc. But only at the moment, only about 4 companies have been successful, and the key thing is the paperwork that the government has inflicted upon companies in trying to get access to loans. Is that a feedback you hear around the country?
Absolutely, and the thing about Essex is it's one of those really entrepreneurial counties. People love to go and set up their own small businesses, and it needs a government infrastructure that supports that. And partly it's been a real victim of the lack of business support. So when we had the business link, people knew where to go. They knew that they would have someone there that could lead them towards loans, lead them towards grants, and actually support them to set up those businesses. And now that that infrastructure has disappeared, startups have really been affected, and partly that leads to businesses not being creative, but partly means that those small businesses that could grow don't get those opportunities, and that's bad for the local economy.
Toby Perkins, thank you very much.